All right, you guys, class is in session. This is Kwame Sensei right here, and I'll be hosting the Hood Academy today. So let's get the introductions over with. We're gonna start right here to the bottom of them. Go ahead.
The bottom of who?
Me, TPG.
This is gonna be a long show.
Hey. Yo, hey. Peace, love, and light, family. This your boy TPG. And we back at you with another episode at the Hood Academy 910, man. Y'all know what time it is. Peace and love.
Next.
Dang, why he get a round of applause? It wasn't even just a little 1-2. It was all. It was a whole like clap section.
Bravo!
I guess I'm next. I am KD Bear. Always remember that I'm also sincere, but you don't want to take me there. Let them know more. Yeah, that's who I be. That's who I be.
In the middle.
It's your girl Ali Amazing, your host that does the most.
Last and not least, the one who's drinking.
My shit didn't sound like his.
His Taylor 40.
Your boy.
Oh, you,
Like, nah, let me stop.
you need to stick smoke.
It's Dylan. Super hot fire. Say, nah. It's your boy Triller G, keeping it G at the Hood Academy. Watch how I get the bees. I told you. Fuck y'all niggas.
It's biased.
Randy Watson.
It's biased. Because nobody
not
got a big
least.
round of applause than TPG.
That's because he's never here. So yeah.
Nah. I'm the chosen one.
All right. It's your boy Kwame Sensei. I don't know your truth, but I know my truth. All right, in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about something that holds dear to me. You know what I mean? You know, everybody can sit here and say they haven't been through it, but I know it's a lie. Everybody's been through this some way, somehow. So today's lesson is on depression and mental health. I can sit here and say at the end of the day, I do suffer from depression. Honestly. Depression to me, it starts off. To me, I feel like a lot of people suffer from depression due to the fact of growing up. You can't. Hey, why are you stuffing your face for, man?
Well, we can't eat over here.
Nah, he's stuffing his face, but hey, nah.
You bypassed my question.
I swear to God.
Eat over here.
Yes, we can eat here, but he's stuffing his damn face.
Okay.
Nah, that nigga fucking it up.
Hey, what's your problem with people eating?
Hey, different time, different place.
Here we go.
Different place.
Go. Oh shit.
Back to the subject at hand. You keep talking the way you're talking, you going to ISS.
Oh, you don't have the power nor the deed.
Get out of here.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let me find out this nigga. Oh shit.
Come on, baby.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Bad dad. I knew I descended just then. And I know what's up, but it's okay. We'll talk about it.
Back to what I was saying. I feel like depression comes from the fact of you growing up and your parents telling you not to feel. You feel well, coming from a man perspective, I was always told a man should really if you feeling some type of way, hey, keep it moving, shake it off and keep it moving. Not knowing that it was built up inside of you, which I feel like to me that starts the depression off. So question: has any of y'all ever suffered from depression?
Of course.
Or feel like y'all had okay, go ahead, Teddy Bear.
Yeah, man, I have, man. I have. All jokes aside, I have, man. I have. Just to give a little insight to my own life. You know, depression jumped on me at an early age. You know what I mean? For one, I was a teen parent. You know, seeing my friends graduate, you know what I mean? Seeing my friends go off to college, seeing my friends do a lot of things. And I'm like, damn, like, this is the road that I got to take. You know what I mean? It was depressing, you know, hearing about your friends saying, hey, but you know, I'm about to go get this scholarship. I'm about to go do that. Well, excuse me. Whether they did or they didn't is not, you know, that's not my problem. But I was depressed because it was an environmental depression. And, you know, I call it that because I didn't always grow up in the lap of luxury. I never grew up in the lap of luxury. So, you know, I thought survival was the norm. So it wasn't until that I realized that living in the red is not living at all. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I had to learn. Like, living in the red is not living at all. And that's where my environmental depression came in at, because I felt like I was living in the red. You know, like everything I did had to equate to something. Never feeling like I can just be a part of the background. I always had to be in the foreground doing something, because at 16 I got a person depending on me. Like, that's a daunting task. It's intimidating as shit. You know what I mean? Like, you get up, you know, and on top of that, I still had to worry about school. Like, I still had to go to school. I still had to, you know, imagine your kid crying all night just for you to get to school, and they tell you failed a spelling test. You're gonna be like, man, fuck this spelling. like,
man, fuck this class.
like, bro, there's a lot of times that I wanted to crash out, but that wasn't because I wanted to crash out. It was because I was succumbing to my own depression. I felt like that would have been a way of me taking charge of my life by fucking something up. You know what I mean? So that's how I suffered from depression. Like, I lashed out because I felt like whatever I do while I'm lashing out is something that I wanted to do. So my environmental depression played a big part in that. But that's just mine. Mine was environmental depression. I've never been, you know, that if there was a type of depression, that was mine, environmental depression.
I can agree with that. I think mine was more emotional depression. You know what I mean? Trying as hard as you possibly can to try to make better for yourself, and it seemed like shit wasn't working right.
So would that not be a form of financial depression? Or are you not talking about just finance?
No, period. When you just feel, but you bother me. You bother me, you get ready to go.
Huh?
What in the world?
He know who I'm talking to. You bothering me.
I was. I'm sorry.
No, not you, Ali. I'm talking about the man scratching that plate down there. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, what is
Hey, Tay fucking that shit. Tay fucking that shit up, bro.
Oh, you bring it up.
Because I'm sitting here talking, I keep seeing the man going like this.
Do you have maybe it's you?
No, it's not me. It's not me.
No. Maybe you're the problem because it seems
I don't feel like I'm the problem.
no.
I
It
don't feel
seems
like
like
I'm the problem. I take
you sound like
accountability of my
them people
actions.
that don't like to hear people chew.
That bothers me. That's
You don't
smacking.
like
Yeah,
people
because why
chew.
you smacking?
You're the problem. People gonna chew.
Nigga.
Back to what I was saying, man.
Stab it, slurp it up. Do what you do.
Pause. Don't slurp it up. Don't
All
slurp
right.
it up.
Let me get a plate in
Don't
my
slurp.
hand.
Please
That
don't.
food good as fuck.
Okay, you're a different case. But as a grown ass man, he shouldn't be. Yeah, don't.
What was yours, Sensei?
But I was just saying, mine was more emotional. Because when you do what you can have a job and do everything in your head, you still just feel like it's not enough. Like that has to deal with emotions.
Yeah, my therapist said situational depression.
You said what?
My therapist said that situational depression.
Oh well, I don't see one, so I don't know. But thank you for it. So I changed mine too. You said situational.
I'm saying it's not more emotional. It's like situational. Like you get in a situation, feel like, hey, I'm not doing it. But in fact you are. It's more
I just felt like I wasn't doing enough, and technically I felt like I wasn't enough. You know what I mean? And I could sit here truly and say, hey, I was at the point in life where I was getting ready to cross. And this is honest. This is my first time telling you guys because, I don't like to really talk, but I was at that point in life where I was ready to end it all. I was ready to end it all, not to like right around the time my last two was born. Yeah, I just said, hey, I'm done with life, bro. The only thing I wanted to do was to see my kids be born into this world, and then I was done. Being honest with you, because I didn't feel like I had nobody to talk to. I felt like everybody's was busy doing their own thing, and nobody didn't look in my eyes. Nobody was like, "Hey, is Keith okay? Or is Kwame okay?" You know what I mean?
Well, brother,
So,
I'm here to tell you.
That's real.
I wasn't there
feel
back
that.
then, but I am here now. So you ain't got to go through that, and I'm highly appreciative that you didn't take that route and that you still here, my brother, and that I met you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I appreciate it, man, and I don't feel like that now because, like I said, I became closer with my loved ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that being said, now I know somebody. Hey, I know I can call my Hood Academy family, and be like, "Hey, let me holler at you about this emotion right here," or at least to get it off my chest. Because I feel like, to me, in my eyes, with depression, some people just need to get it off of their chest. You know what I mean? Once you get it off your chest and you release what you got to say, you'll feel a whole 10 times better. Back then, I didn't have that. I was suffering through a lot of stuff quietly. And like I said, at the end of the day, the only thing that I can relate to is exiting myself out of this world because I didn't want to feel no more. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want no emotions. I didn't want none of that. Like, to be in a situation where you're constantly thinking and you can't stop. And what you're thinking is not like, oh, I'm a good person. Is that and the third? You're thinking like, bruh, why shit didn't work out? Why shit not going the way I need to go? It's me. It's not life. So maybe if I exit myself out the life, shit'll get better. That's the kind of shit that I was going through in depression.
Can I go last?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Shit, I'll go next, y'all. Because honestly, if I'm being real, Sensei, I can relate to everything that you just said, brother. Because I mean, y'all, especially that suffering and silence. Because like you said earlier, like a lot of men, we are taught to not express our emotions. We're taught to, be strong and be put together.
confide in our own feelings to ourselves.
Is exactly, you know what I'm saying? And if we are vulnerable or do break down and be emotional because we're so mentally stressed from having to be strong, you know, we live in a society where now, you know, being emotional or being in tune with your emotions is considered sassy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, you know, it's considered being over feminine when, you know, that's not the case. But um I've been going through a lot as of lately, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like Trilla said, you know, we wasn't there at the time, but we are here for you now, and I am here for everybody else also because I know what
But
it
at the
feels
same
like
token,
to
God, you gotta know
feel me.
we're here for you too. Just like Keith, like
Oh
even
yeah,
though
for
you're going
sure,
through your
for sure.
situation that you're going through, just like I hit you up, I hit y'all up the other night and just went to the group chat and just afterwards I called you up and we just got down, we just vibing out type shit. You feel me? Like we here for you, bro. Like sometimes like niggas need shit like that because like y'all said, we was taught to confide in our feelings to ourselves. We was shown that even though we did give a female the chance, she didn't take it serious. You feel me? Or we showed a family member a chance and they didn't take it serious. So we was taught to just shelter into ourselves type shit and just, you know what I mean, not talk to nobody and just deal with it on our own. Not knowing we really don't even know how to deal with it because this is new.
Exactly, and we don't have when you don't got nobody to talk to. How can you? And people be like, "Oh, well, I'll talk to myself." The damn third. You can't talk to yourself because talking to yourself is a biased decision. At the end of the day, so
Yeah,
what you talk,
but at the
what you
same
talking to
time,
this?
you can be real with yourself too. Cause honestly, Sensei, I hear that, but if I'm just being real, I find myself in a lot of times where I have to make decisions or I have to talk amongst myself to figure things out. Because everybody doesn't have that support system or they don't have people around them that they can just automatically reach out to get guidance, right? So
Right.
I find myself making a lot of decisions or really going through life period, you know, just solely off my intent and my reactions to life and what I want to do. But I'm also a realist with myself. If I'm fucking up, I'll tell myself like, "Hey, God, you fucking up. You need to do better. You need to do better."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you can't be delusional. If you are your only source of getting through life, you have to be real with yourself. You cannot be delusional. You have to be able to tell yourself, "Hey, you need to do better," or "Hey, you're doing a good job. Can keep up the hard work." You feel me?
mm-hmm.
That's facts.
You want to go
Well,
ahead? Oh, you can go ahead, Trilla.
with me, mine is emotional, emotional depression. I don't know how to grieve well. I still be doubting myself in situations. You feel me? Like I could have been there for the person that, you know what I mean? Or I could have had a chance to see them before they passed away and missed a chance. Like it'd be shit like that that be bothering me, or I actually had to see the family member and verify it. It'd be it'd be deeper shit, you know what I mean? And then how close you be to the family member, even if it be family beef with the person and y'all was still close. Like the shit, it be taking tolls on me, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to really go on with shit like that because I wake up every day and I be mad, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like I be dealing with shit, but I really be on some I really don't know how to feel type shit. Other than I just be slightly irritated already. I be already going, start overthinking. I don't really sleep like that. You know what I mean? I just be up thinking. I be going through fucked up shit at the same token, and this shit don't make it no better. I just let that shit weigh on me, but I be having to find a way to not let that shit weigh on me so much. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll just call one of y'all or I'll call Tay and just be, you know what I mean? I'll blank. And when I say I'll blank for real because it'd be like I'm really to that point to where I'm about to really like crash out. And when I crash out, it's like I'm already angry. So I'll be wanting somebody to feel the same pain that I'll be feeling. You know what I mean? And it's not intentional, but it's just be like,
You want somebody to feel what you feel.
yeah, like it'd be like, what the fuck? Like, why do I feel like this? Like not even why do I feel like it do be why do I feel like this, but it'd be like why do I constantly feel like this? Why do I want to do this to be able to feel better about this? Like that's not okay. Because what I think will resolve or making me feel better, I already know that's not okay. So I need to result in other ways to handle it. And really with me, I be holding shit in, you feel me? Like sometimes I have my days, I'll shed my tears and shit like that, but I don't really be letting it be known like what really be wrong with me because I'm always been the type to be sheltered up just off of what situations I'd have been through to where, like I said, you know, confided in that your significant other and they didn't take it as serious. I'm not saying that that's what's going on now, but because
what you're saying is because
but
what you're
in the
saying
past
is that
time and
at the end of the
shit
day,
like that, even with families, they do the same thing. Like they just subject the whole thing or make it look like you crazy or
what's serious to you is not serious to them. That's
type shit. And the shit it hit different. It hit different. I swear to God, it hit different. And that's what makes me be, cause bro, when I say I'm sheltered for real. Like I don't really, it's to the point I really don't hang with nobody, bro. Like I could be confined in a room all day and just be, if I could have my music and you know what I mean, do shit that keep me calm type shit, I'll be straight.
Like a wise woman once told me, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert.
Yeah, I'm an introvert as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, because on social media, like or Facebook and stuff, I'm a comedian, bro. I'm that nigga. I'm just a comedian. I'm interacting with everybody. I'm funny. I really be laughing and shit like that. I'm really retarded on Facebook. But other than that, like
here at the Hood Academy, we don't like using words like that. We don't like using words like that. So excuse my fellow host for using as the great words as my kids would say, a no word. Now, so everybody come back.
Okay, I apologize, y'all. For the audience. I apologize. Y'all know what I mean, but I'm really remedial.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Ali, your go.
We're gonna start finding him, bro.
A prerequisite. This is gonna be probably triggering, maybe traumatic for some, but it is my truth, and I don't know any other way but to give it in this manner. I've dealt with anxiety and depression since about maybe like 2014, 2015, maybe in that area, 2016, somewhere in there. I mentally blocked. Um, I've lost family members within a week apart, very vital family members. I've tried to take my life um twice. Um, Therapy has happened to me, or I provided for myself maybe twice in my life. One of which was very effective, and that was recently. With that being said, women are very emotional beings. With that being said, um, my emotions and how I feel are very out loud, whereas my co-hosts have expressed that they had to keep it inward. But even with it being expressed out loud, it still is that judgment that you speak about as far as mental health, um, which can be very shaming if if we're being honest. And how can I put this? um, with what I've experienced, even with death, very shaming, a lot of traumatic ass experiences, which led me to try and take my life the first time. Of course, if you're really not trying to take your life, and this is just me being transparent, this is not even dark humor for real. But if you're really trying to take your life, you're gonna research and actually do the shit. And I'm just gonna keep it a band. You're gonna really actually do that shit. A lot of people try to do that and contemplate it at first. That's rationally speaking. They contemplate it, right? That's the first stage. They contemplate it. They contemplate it for a long time. Like, hey, this might be better. Nobody wants me around. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But to actually execute it is another thing. And when you try to actually execute that shit, most people do it wrong on purpose because they actually want to live and they're ashamed of that want. But a person that actually would want to die and actually feel like they're not wanting to be here, like they have no want to be here, they're actually going to execute that shit. They're going to know how to execute that shit in a way that nobody could bring them back. Like it's actually a way, like people that slit their wrists, you can tell a person that wants to slit their wrists and actually die versus a person that just wants to feel pain. That's why most people get tattoos to feel pain, feel that pain, feel a release of energy. It's really a lot about energy and just how you're feeling on the inside as far as mental illness. And I've suffered from this a long ass time, a long ass time. It's a winding road. It never stops, honestly. It follows you, it follows you. So with you knowing more, like knowledge is power. I always say that knowledge is power. So even with recent events, because I won't talk about like death and shit, that shit I kind of feel like it ain't really nothing to say. Like anybody that could say some shit about death, like and fully mean it, I feel like they be lying, especially people of religious nature. Like pray about it. That shit never gonna be okay. That shit don't get easy. It gets more tolerable. And that's what I say to people. So I won't even speak on that because that type of pain varies with each person and what that person meant to them. So I won't even divulge in that shit. And if
Yeah.
people are honest with that, people will feel more comfortable enough to fully grieve that person instead of people just putting shit in their head or lying to them. Like, just be realistic. It's not going to get easy. It's not going to get easy. It's just going to get tolerable over time. So if you go ahead and be honest with that shit, like, that's a different mindset. But recently is where I had my revelation. Um, Last year, I will go ahead and be completely transparent. Um, I almost lost my life. And I want to say that was probably out of everything I've been through, has been the most eye-opening thing for me. And I wasn't going to lose my life to me. I was going to lose my life to somebody else. I lost myself. I lost who I was as a person. They preyed on me. I will say that, and like I'm saying, my opinion is subjective to my opinion on what happened. I'm not speaking on that person and what they felt fucking happened. I'm speaking on me. It taught me so much to the point where I don't even know myself prior to what happened. And when another person tries to take your life versus you trying to take your own life, it puts shit in perspective. It puts it in perspective. Like I have a child. So for any person to want to try and take my life for whatever they're going through, to try and take my life and take me away from my daughter, who I am the primary parent, that shit kind of sit with you different. It kind of
Yeah.
sit with you different. And I was already seeking help prior to the incident that happened. This shit happened last April. I was already seeking help prior to that because something in me said something not right. You're not engaging with your family. You're not engaging with your friends. You're losing weight. You're looking sick. You're not here. And keep in mind, I'm a very self-conscious person. I think highly of myself, or I did prior to that point. I thought very highly of myself. I felt strong enough to overcome a lot of shit because I've been through a lot of shit. So when you go through a mind fuck, if you will, where somebody can twist shit, gaslight, be a narcissist, like they take you through different avenues, it it hurts a different part of you, right? And when it hurts that part of you, you don't know who you are anymore. You don't know who you were before that hurt. And with dealing with that hurt, and had I not been in therapy, I don't think I would have been here today because I don't feel like I would have been strong enough mentally, physically, none of that. I was exhausted. I was tired. I wouldn't eat if I was mad. Anybody that know me know I'm gonna eat. I don't play about food. I lost maybe like I went from I went from 185. No, I'm gonna say like maybe like 198. I was in that range to 145 pounds in less than a year. I lost boobs. I lost everything. Everything me looked bad. I was just in a bad place. And not even me, my child was in a bad place. And so for me to even get to that point, it puts shit in perspective. Like if you trying to kill yourself is one thing. You being in that type of place is one thing. But being in the place where your child, because your child, all they got is you. A lot of children, all they have is you. A
At the end
parent,
of the day.
you have to have yourself together. You have to have some type of decorum. You have to have some type of pursuit of happiness going on for them to be okay. And for me to not even notice that my child was going through that lets me know what type of mind space in. So to get the help I needed. And I'm just glad. I'm just speaking my piece because I'm glad my family was able to, hey, this is not like her. And granted, she's saying she don't want to talk to this, she don't want to deal with this, whoop, whoop, whoop. She be fussing with her and blah blah blah. She's smart enough to get through this, but let's not give up on her. Had my family given up on me, I would have been dead today. I would have been dead today. And without therapy and my family, I feel like I just wouldn't have been able to sit here and even let you guys know or let the world know or let anybody know like, hey, it's sometimes it's some shit you cannot control. It's some shit you cannot help. It's some shit you yourself can't fix. You cannot fix it. Not to say you're not strong enough, but you might not be in that mental state. You might not, you might need help. Everybody need help. And that's what I'm trying to lead to. Everybody needs fucking help. It don't matter where you get it from. It might need to be an unbiased party. It might be your best friend. It might be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, whomever. Everybody needs help. But once you start shutting off help, you're hanging yourself out to dry, because sometimes your mental cannot process that you need that. You might think, I got it. And your mind, your body, everything is telling you like, hey, you don't got it. And if you keep, and that's with men mostly, y'all will ignore that because of what you've been taught. But if you have somebody that's saying, hey, look into this, because it's important. Your mental is important. You matter.
Okay.
If somebody is not telling you that, or you don't have somebody telling you that, you need to get it. It don't matter if they don't even know you. You need to get it. Because
Understood what that means.
that's what helps you be able to get past certain humps. That's what helps you get past those unachievable walls, like the wall you can't look over. Somebody's already on the other side of that telling you can, and you might just not want to listen to them, or you might can't see them because you're not allowing yourself to. So if you can, and everybody take their different time with shit, but if you can, seek it. It's not emotional. It's not nothing bad about it. Even if you're a man, it's not nothing bad about it. If you want to fucking cry with me, if you can't cry with me, who the fuck you gonna cry with?
Okay.
If you can't talk to me about what the fuck you going through as a black man or as any man, period, who the fuck you want to talk to? If I can't be that safe haven for you, how can I expect anybody to be a safe haven for me? Like, and if we can each one teach one, all that bullshit, but if you don't have that safe haven, you're gonna fail. And that's just period. Like, you have to have that. Like, you can look within yourself. You can look within yourself for years, but you're at some point you're gonna need help digging past what you deem, oh, I got it.
And that's true. With that being said, we're gonna go on. I'm gonna ask the next question, then we're gonna go to commercial. All right, the next question is, but from what I hear, everybody's been through depression. So with everybody going through depression, how have you fought through that depression? And some people may be still dealing with it, but to the ones who have how have you fought through it? So